Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Kyle O'Hare, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my bets, picks, and predictions for UFC 320. All right, let's get over to the card. Let's see what we like here. All right, so UFC 320 this Saturday, October 4th at T-Mobile Arena. I'm pretty excited for this card now. Let's go through. I'm going to kind of skim over the prelims a little bit. I'm not going to get too in-depth. I don't think we really know. I don't know these people too much. I don't have like the best knowledge. There is some good fights though. Like we see some good names here. But yeah, let's go over it quickly. Veronica Hardy versus Brogan Walker. Obviously, Veronica's a minus 700 favorite. We're probably not going to touch this fight at all. There's nothing really to bet. If you bet her to go by decision, what is it to go by odds win? There's no answer. Yeah, she's minus 700. It's a woman's fight. No disrespect to the women's fight, but there's nothing really to bet here. We're just gonna move past that fight. That's gonna wake us up in the card. Next, we have Ramiz Brahmaja versus Austin Vanderford. I'm sorry, I messed that dude's name up. Sorry. I was looking into this guy. He had his first fight in the UFC, his last fight, won by knockout. And Ramiz, whatever, he has kind of had like a little bumpy career so far. He's back and forth, lost to guys like Themba Gorimbo. He's on a 2-fight winning streak though, so a KO and a submission. He is an underdog, a pretty big one, plus 240. This is a fight to look at for an underdog watch. I'm not like super familiar with both these guys' games, but plus 240, way more experience in the UFC. I'd look out for this one. All right, next is my boy Punahele Soriano versus Nicole Veretikinov. Veretinikov. Ooh, I'm going to get canceled. Okay. So Puna, this is my guy right here. I've trained with him before. Super funny guy. If you hope you go follow Puna on social medias, he'll give you a good laugh. I got my guy Puna here. Obviously, he's minus 290. How do I think he's going to win? I'm not very familiar with the guy he's fighting. If I had to put money on this fight, though, I want Puna by finish. Puna had a wild knockout his last fight. Absolutely wild. So if you're going to bet this fight, bet Puna by some kind of finish. I really like him there. All right, next is Patchy Mix versus Jakub Wicklocks. I actually just got to go train with Patchy a few weeks ago. That went very poorly for me. I have never felt grappling like that before. Bro was huge. Bro did not feel like a 135er. I weigh 135 to 140. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm pretty good at jiu-jitsu. I have never been handled like Patchy Mix just handled me. So, with that in mind, I'm going Patchy Mix by submission. He had a rough start to his UFC career. He started off slow. He did not get the fight to the ground. He was super slow on the feet. His hands weren't working. He was kind of stuck in the mud. Nothing was really going right. This fight, I think he's going to go to what he knows. He's going to employ his grappling game plan. I mean, he's good at grappling. I'm going to say that. He's good. So he's going to get the fight to the ground, and he's going to win by finish. That's my bet for this fight. Patchy Mix minus 305. I don't know what the exact odds are for him to win by submission. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. No, they don't have it up yet. Okay, maybe that's a tomorrow thing. All right, let's move on. Macy Chiasson versus Jana Santos. I like Macy here. I think she's a pretty good boxer for the women's division. She's super long and has a really long reach and is really good at keeping her distance. She has a really good jab. She spams it a lot. She's really annoying to fight in UFC 5, too. If you play the video game, people that use her are really annoying. So I would just put Macy in a parlay or something. Maybe Macy by decision. I don't hate that at all. All right, that's the early prelims. Let's go on to the prelims. Ju Song Yu versus Daniel Santos. I don't know either of these guys. Call me a casual. Who did he fight last? Lee? Yu? Is he only fighting Asian guys? What's going on? I don't know. I think I've seen the Santos dude fight. I'm just not super familiar. Just take Santos minus 142. Why not? Okay. Next, Chris Gutierrez versus Farid Bashrat. This is a fight where the odds, I think Chris Gutierrez has been looking kind of bad his last, he looked bad against Song Yadong. Yeah, he kind of goes like back and forth. He's looked really good and he's also looked really bad. He won his last fight by split decision. That was a close fight. That's the fight I was thinking about where he didn't look great. But yeah, he's a big underdog here. I think Basharat's pretty good. Obviously, he's 3-0 in the UFC. Minus 455 is a little big, though. Maybe throw him in a parlay. These are like, I'm going to put an alert right here. These are the fights that can cook your parlay. The guys who are minus 450, where I think it could be a little bit closer, and you throw them in the parlay just to kind of boost your odds a little bit. You think you get yourself a for sure bet, and then they choke the parlay. So be careful with this fight. Obviously, the normal thing to do is just throw Basharat in a parlay, but tail at your own risk. Next, we got Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. I actually really like this fight. I think this will be a banger. I think this could be in contention for actually I don't know about fight of the night because look at the rest of the card, but I think this is a really underrated fight. I like both these guys. Both really, really good. Both really solid. This fight was crazy. This was crazy. Actually, wait, is this not the guy I'm thinking of? He beat Park. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let me take that back. I'm going to give me Edmund Shabazian for all my money. I really like Edmund Shabazian a lot. He worked Petrosky. He worked Dylan Budka. He lost to Gerald Meerschaert, but whatever. Yeah, Edmund Shabazian, I would put him in a parlay minus 298. I wouldn't feel super confident about it, but I would put it in there. Now this is the fight. This is the fight that you can make some money on. I don't know what the odds are, but Ateba and Tristan Vines, Ateba first round knockout. Whatever money you have, put it on Ateba. Whatever money you have, put it on him buying first round knockout. I saw a stat earlier that this guy, Tristan Vines, has been knocked out 3 times in his career, and it was all in the first round. And he has 3 losses, all first round knockouts. I saw that earlier. Someone could fact check that, but I'm almost sure on that. So yeah, he's gonna be a huge favorite. So yeah, definitely bet that. All right, on to the main card now. Abus Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. Okay. We all saw what happened in the last fight. Joe Pyfer came out, looked amazing versus Kevin Gastelum, and then he kind of cruised. He's not going to be able to do that for the rest of his career. He's going to have to stay on the gas the entire time, and he's going to have to finish guys. And pause. And he's going to have to, be more dominant. He's going to have to, show that he is another level. He's fighting good. He's doing good in his fights, but this is a good test for him. A guy who's 28-6. He's fought a lot in the UFC. He's on a 3-fight win streak, and he's lost 2. He's lost to Sean Strickland and Kyle Borralho. He's not lost to bums. So this will be a good fight. I'm still going to take Joe Pyfer. I would probably put him in a parlay, but I'm not too confident in it as well. This is not a play that I really like. Okay, next we have Yusuf Zalal versus Josh Emmett. Now, I really like this fight. Before I saw Josh Emmett training with TJ Dillashaw, I probably would have said I love Yusuf Zalal in this fight. But after seeing Josh Emmett train with TJ, and it looks like he's in crazy shape, and he looks great. Look at his last 3 fights. Look at the guys he's fighting: Lerone Murphy, Bryce Mitchell, Ilia Topuria, Jair Rodriguez, Calvin Kattar, Dan Ige. Look who he's fighting. And Yusuf Zalal, what are his last fights? Calvin Kattar, Jack Shore. I don't even know. I don't know. This is a fight. This is an upset alert. This is a fight that's an upset alert for me. I'm going to go with Josh Emmett here. I have an upset going on. Okay, now let's go with the 3 main fights that matter. Khalil Roundtree versus Yuri Prochazka. This is a fight that I am very, very confident on. I have no doubt in my mind that Khalil Roundtree is going to dominate every aspect of this fight. Khalil Roundtree is going to piece up Yuri on his feet. And I love Yuri. I love his whole character. I love his story. I love the way he fights. I love him as a person. But listen, Khalil Roundtree is that guy. Khalil Roundtree is going to dominate every single level of Yuri Prochazka, from the leg kicks to the body kicks to the head kicks, from the hands, keeping him at range, defending well, from the inside clinch. If I'm going to put a prediction out there, I think Khalil's going to hurt him from the clinch with something like a short elbow or something. Let's keep that in mind, but I really love Khalil Roundtree, and the fact that he's a plus 150 dog, this will be my biggest bet of the night. I'm just telling you guys right now, the most money will be on Khalil Roundtree for me. I love him in this spot, and at this money line, this is an insane value. Okay, I think it'll be a good fight. I like Yuri. but I think Khalil's going to dominate. He's rolling with a lot of momentum right now. His hands look great. His kicks look great. His mindset is what really matters to me. It looks phenomenal. All right, let's move on. Corey Sandhagen versus Merab. All right. This fight for me is emotional because Corey Sandhagen is one of my favorite fighters of all time. He's probably my favorite fighter in the entire UFC right now. I just got the opportunity to meet him a few months ago in Vegas. We got to talk about books. Me and him talked about the Dune series, the books. He posted a YouTube video about them, so I read the books because I really liked Corey Sandhagen, and I got to meet him, and that's what we talked about. And then Merab, the day before I met Corey Sandhagen, I got to train. The day after I met Corey Sandhagen, I got to train with Merab. So I've trained with Merab, and then I met Corey Sandhagen back to back, and then the next day their fight got announced. So that was crazy for me, is to meet both of them, hang out with both of them, and then they're fighting each other. For the fight though, I mean, the obvious choice is obviously to pick Merab. Obviously, you go with Merab. You pick it's easy. He's minus 380, whatever. His cardio. But I really love Corey to win this fight. I think that this is a good matchup for him. It's just a wrestler. It's kind of like a similar fight to the Umar fight. I think this is the fight where Merab slightly starts to fade. I'm going to pick Corey in this fight just because I love the value at plus 300. But listen, it's Merab. I know that he's probably going to win. But you can't bet Merab in this fight unless you bet him by submission or something. You can't bet him by decision. So I think the smart bet in this fight is just to sprinkle a little bit on Corey. Besides that, stay away from it. But my personal pick, I'm going to bet on Corey Sandhagen just a little bit, and I'm going to pick him to win. But, it's Merab. So I'm kind of just betting on the thing. I'm kind of just betting that I think Merab might fade a little bit this fight. And then I think that Corey has enough distance and wrestling defense to stop all the takedowns and stuff. So I can't speak. Yeah, so official. Corey Sandhagen. Bang. Give me Corey Sandhagen in the co-main. All right. Main event time. Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. This is a rematch from a fight that they had, a few months ago. And Alex Pereira honestly looked terrible in that fight. He looked like he ate some bad food, slept wrong. There was no offense from him. I think everyone can agree that we all had money on Alex Pereira, and he looked like he stayed at home. He looked like he didn't care to be there. And I really hope that, he comes out better this time, which I truly believe he will. I think that he did a great job defending the takedowns, which was surprising. But he didn't have any success in his offense. I hope that he made some changes. The wrestling defense stays up. I hope that he finds a better way to get in on Ankalaev and land some more damage. I really think Ankalaev is really good. He's really well-rounded. His wrestling's good. His striking ain't bad. He's really well-rounded, and he's dominant. But a guy like Alex Pereira, it's hard when you see a tag at plus 230 and not bet it with a guy who has one-shot power like Alex Pereira, a guy who could put anyone out with one shot. Seeing him at plus 230 in a championship fight where we've seen him put people out before, it's really hard to not bet on. So my money's going to be on Alex Pereira, and I know I have a lot of underdogs on this card, but this just feels like an underdog card for me. I have both the champions getting upset. Honestly, that probably won't happen. I'm sure that Merab will probably retain. One of them will probably retain, or they might both, because they're both huge favorites. You don't know. But I know that a lot of parlays will have both of these guys combined with a Zalal. So just be careful with the parlays this card, because there's a lot of big favorites, and I know that people are going to be putting all these together, so be careful. Take some underdogs this card. This is an underdog-heavy card where you have a good opportunity to make some good money, so just be careful out there. But yeah, that's my official picks and my thoughts on the card. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up, join my Discord. I'm going to be streaming tonight, which is Friday night. I could be talking about the fights, going over some of my more predictions. I just wanted to get on here and give a brief preview of the fights, my bets, and I'll drop my official bets on my Instagram tomorrow or my Discord. As always, bet responsibly, boys and girls. Don't lose all your money on this card. If you want to, just sit back, relax, enjoy the fights. They're on tomorrow night. And make sure you guys follow me on all platforms. Instagram at Kyle O'Hare. My new TikTok is Kyle O'Hare MMA. My last one just got hacked, so Got to make a new one. Whatever. Hackers love getting to me. And make sure you guys subscribe to me on YouTube right here at Kyle O'Hare MMA. And you guys can follow me on Twitch too at twitch.tv/Kyle O'Hare. Hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy the card, and let's enjoy some fights. Peace.